Welcome to ECN Trade Daily Video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. Well, overnight the bearish heat was turned up for the Australian dollar as the bull sharply took the exit door as it swung completely open at 75.05. The bullish greenback soldiered on to a 7-month high overnight at 94.96 and now achieves its objective of 95.00. It all began with in the European session when the markets were shaken up following an uptick in the geopolitical uncertainty, as rising political uncertainty also in Italy. With the U.S and China trade wars tensions intensifying, the market is now questioning whether the bullish dollar can actually continue, purely for the fact is that the Trump administration said that it would move ahead with a proposed 25% tariff on the 50 billion of Chinese high-tech goods containing industrial important technology. Also, with the Italy situation, has now put a further pressure back on the Australian dollar as it slips beneath now 75 cents. At present, I'm looking towards the downside target at 74.80 as minor, which has been briefly challenged. But I do expect to see further weakness now with the target seen at 73, 75, 85 and reassess from there. I've moved on to the weekly chart because this needs to be determined whether the next move after the overnight crush of 115.75 support. This has now exposed the region of 112.80 figure. Now, as I said, the markets have turned back onto geopolitical uncertainty, and the fact is that with the US dollar now moving to a 7-month high, does need to be reassessed because above 95 on the index gives us a target of 97.75. With the euro now exposed to the downside, further threats are emerging as Italy faces the prospects of fresh elections, which could deliver a profoundly Euro-skeptic government threatening the future of the Eurozone. So we have to keep an eye on that as the markets were across the board all unsettled. Resistance on the day is seen at 115.65 to 116.20. Well, with dollar yen slipping lower overnight and now pressuring the support coming in at 108.45, questions whether the next target is going to be 106.95. From a technical point, we are still weakening down. At this stage, I'm still believing the market can actually rebound above the 108. So I'll put my stop close towards the region of 107.86 in case we get this rebound, looking back towards 108.80 to 109.45 and reassess from there. The pound has moved lower, but not as much as the rest of the market, but nevertheless it is taking on the support that's seen at 132.40 as it slowly wears away the downside. Beneath here exposes the region of 131.15. Now, if I am buying at 132.40, my stop will be at 131.86. Looking towards the upside, resistance comes in at 132.85 to 133.15. A very whipsaw price action overnight, and the market is left with a long-legged doji. It again rejects the level of 1,306.7 and now looks a little bit mixed as it hovers around the 1,300 mark. Until we get a break towards the upside of 0607, still puts a slight threat to the downside, but with the geopolitical risk coming back into the market with the US and China and also with out of the Europe, could see further upside pressure. And from a technical point, still supports another challenge towards this trigger level of 0607, as above here looks towards 12 to 24. The gold is still hovering around, oil is still hovering around the level of $65 a barrel, and at present questions whether this level can hold. Failing to do so would give further concerns to the downside and look towards the region of $62.40.80 and reassess from there. Resistance on the day, however, looks towards 67.10 to 67.95. Well, that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the day that's ahead.